was unable to be here tonight to pronounce the benediction. So, without further ado, good night.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jenny Tessar?
Yes, it is.
It's Glendora. How are you?
I'm doing fine and dandy. How are you today?
Oh, superb. You gave me such good information. I would like to know now if I could talk to you and you give me the same information and I'll record it on the telephone and then I'll record it on videotape.
That sounds fabulous.
Yeah, it sounds better coming from you than it does from me telling them.
Okay.
Okay, folks, I'd like to introduce you to Jenny Tessar. Are you the president or the director of the Friends of the Library? Or
Correct. I'm president of the Friends of the Bethel Public Library.
That's it. President of the Friends of the Bethel Public Library. Jenny, what's going on at the library these days?
Well, as always, with libraries anywhere across the country, it's always full. I mean, there are always so many people going in and taking advantage of programs and using computers and checking out books and DVDs. And we're, of course, in budget season, so we're hoping that our budget will be passed for the coming year.
Does the public contribute to your budget, to your plan, to your...
The library budget is supported by town taxes. The Friends is a private nonprofit group. It's a 501c3 nonprofit group, and our money comes from membership dues and from the book sales that we have throughout the year.
Oh, that's good. But could people donate to the library?
They most definitely can. In fact, we are in the middle of a capital campaign to raise $3 million to complete the second floor of the library, and we've gotten some grants thanks to the people who were the head of the board of directors until recently. And of course, donations are welcome. There are naming opportunities. We have a donors wall in the entryway of the library where people who donate $500 or more will get a plaque. So yes, there's lots of opportunities both with the library itself and with the Friends.
Oh, that's good. Tell folks the address, would you please?
The address of the library is the Bethel Public Library. It's 189 Greenwood Avenue in Bethel, Connecticut, 06801. And any contributions or membership to the Friends can also be sent to that address, just, with the envelope saying Friends of the Bethel Public Library.
Say it again, Virginia dear. What's the address?
189 Greenwood Avenue in Bethel, Connecticut. It's not the same as Bethel, New York. And the zip code is 06801.
Oh, that's good. Well, what's this about the second floor? What are you going to have on the second floor?
The library, as originally designed, was going to be on 2 floors, but because of financial problems, we were unable to finish the second floor when the library was built in 2004 and 2005. So everything is crammed in on the first floor now. We have very little room for programs, and collections are stacked in narrow aisles. There are a number of other problems. We don't have the number of computers that the public really...
Really? Is that so?
So once we get onto 2 floors, we'll have a much expanded teen area, an expanded children's area, particularly with bigger areas for programs for children. We're basically going to bring the library up to where the National Library Association and other organizations say a library should be at this point in time.
Oh, bless your hearts. Oh, that's very, very nice. The teens, do you have many teens using the library?
A lot of teens use the library. I, off the top of my head, cannot say what number are using the teen collections in terms of taking out books. I'm just not familiar with that.
Yeah, because I know in the churches, it's so hard for the churches to attract teens.
Yeah, well, teens have when I get home, I've got to work on some paper, and the other one said, yes, well, what have you done such and such yet? No, I'm going to do that afterwards. Get this picture of these kids getting home at 9 at night and starting to work for several hours.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
So you say you would like more computers?
Oh, we definitely have a need for more computers. I think we've got 26 public computers now.
26?
You can go into the library almost any time of day, and they're all in use or almost all in use.
Well, that's a big number.
It's a large number of computers, but, you know, the kids use them for homework. People come in and are looking for jobs. Of course, lots of people are doing reference work.
I asked a reference librarian the other day, do you think that computers will put reference librarians out of business? She says, oh, no.
Oh, definitely not. Our reference librarians are always being asked questions, and of course they are helping people find things on computers and just doing things and then telling people the answers to things. We had last year over 15,000 questions were asked of the reference librarian.
Really?
Yep.
Now that's a big figure. What is the population of Bethel?
It's about 18,000.
18,000?
Yeah.
And now on the second floor, when you get it, what will you put on the second floor?
The second floor will have adult fiction, adult reference.
Oh, good. Oh, that'll have adult reference up there.
Yeah. When we mold all the adult stuff except for the new books upstairs, the teen area will be upstairs.
Oh, that's
and there will be the periodical area with the reading, with chairs, reading chairs, and...
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Well, that's lovely. Do you see many young people interested in becoming librarians?
I can't really answer that question. I'm not the right person to answer that.
But I hope they do.
Oh, most definitely. There certainly are young people who work at the library, get some time.
Oh, they volunteer, young people?
Yeah, I've always seen a few, and we've even had some volunteering that work at our book sale.
Oh, I think we should talk about that. If a youth wants to volunteer for the library, what does he do?
Again, I am not the best person to answer that.
Okay,
but I would assume, putting books on shelves or organizing books on shelves, but I'm not the right person necessarily.
That would be the director?
Or just somebody on the library staff. Yeah.
I think that would be great to get more teens interested in it.
Totally great.
Because that's where my interest in libraries started. When I was in 11th grade, one of our English teachers took us over to the library and introduced us to, this was in Springfield, Massachusetts, and introduced us to Rice Hall, which is the reference room.
Okay.
And thereafter, I began to timidly go to Rice Hall and get answers to my questions, and then I just fell in love with the fact that I never asked a question that they couldn't answer.
That's right.
And it fascinated me. They were like Sherlock Holmes. They stayed with it until they tracked it down.
Exactly. Well, that's part of the joy of being in reference.
Yeah, they were bothered if they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
It bothered them awfully. So what do we have for children's programs at the library?
There's a lot of children's programs, starting with, I'm going to guess the best person to talk to on this would be the director of the Children's Services. And I'll give you her name, Joanne Grumman, Grumman.
Like the airplane.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good, Joanne Grumman, and she is in charge of children.
She's in charge of children. I mean, there are reading programs, there are craft programs, it's a real wealth of stuff for the kids.
Do you think...
Extremely well attended. In fact, one of our problems now is we just don't have much space for children's programs, so we always have many more people eager to sign up.
Oh, really?
For yes.
Oh, that's kind of sad, isn't it?
It's very sad, yeah.
Yeah, very sad. Tell us what the Friends of the Library, what the activities they're going to have.
Well, our main activities, as I think I mentioned before, are our book sales. We have one major sale every year, which is in August, and that we've got probably 16,000 books, plus videos, DVDs, computer programs, vinyl records. But in addition to that big sale, we have about maybe 4, 5, or 6 smaller sales during the year. The small sales tend to focus on a specific type of book. For example, coming up on the Saturday before Valentine's Day, we have our annual Cupid's Romance Book Sale, in which we sell romance books. And it's a very popular one. I love it. When you think about it, you can come to our sale and buy a romance book for 50 cents.
Yeah.
Go into the store, and it's going to cost you a lot more than that.
Yes, it is. And all kinds of romance, right?
Exactly. No, it's amazing the variety that exists. There are historical romances and Western romances and inspirational romances, paranormal romances.
Yeah. And that's on February 9th.
That's correct.
She said historical romances. How about hysterical romances?
9:30 to 1 o'clock on inspirational romances, paranormal romances.
Yeah. And that's on February 9th.
That's correct. It's from 9:30 to 1 o'clock on February 9th. It's right inside the main entrance to the library.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, that's
And our next one is in March. That's a do-it-yourself sale where we sell, books on plumbing and gardening and cooking. And of course, what we have depends on what our donors give us. But, some years we'll have a huge number of a certain type of book, and other years the tendency is more toward another kind of book.
Well, who are the donors who give you the books?
Primarily Bethel residents.
Oh, I see.
Although we do get donations from people from other communities in the area, and the people are very generous, and that enables us to have a very nice sale.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. So when is this one in March?
Well, not in March. It will be in May.
Okay, that's May.
The second Saturday in May is our do-it-yourself sale. Usually by that time the weather's nice, and we can actually hold that right outside the library.
What fun. And is there anything coming up in March that the Friends are doing?
No, we don't have anything on our schedule.
In March, April. Anything in April?
No, except we always have a general meeting in April. It's one of 4 general meetings we have during the year, and we normally have a guest speaker at those meetings. So there's a short business meeting followed by a guest.
Oh, that's good.
I can't confirm who our guest speaker will be yet for March, but usually has something to do with books or the library or publishing or...
Yeah. Do you ever have an authors? Do you ever have authors?
We have not had an author at a Friends meeting. The library certainly has Meet the Author events, and one thing that I started 2 years ago was a contemporary American poet series. This is totally sponsored and organized by the Friends.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a series of 3 Sunday afternoons. On 2 of the Sundays, we have poets reading their work.
Yeah.
And the third Sunday is local members reading the works of a major American poet.
Oh, that's nice.
For example, this past November we had Billy Collins.
Oh, that's lovely.
And it was great fun. It was really lovely. We had maybe half a dozen Bethel residents reading different poems by Mr. Collins, and some had comments to make about his work. And of course, it was audience participation. People could ask questions about poetry or about Collins or whatever they wished.
I love it. Do you think that the library is getting enough publicity? Is the word getting around?
That's a real difficult question to answer, Glendora. There's certainly a lot of attempts by the library. Certainly local newspapers always indicate what is happening at the library. The library itself puts out a bi-monthly newsletter.
Oh, that's nice.
And with upcoming events, they have included a calendar for the next 2 months that shows all the events. In addition, the Friends has paid for the last 2 years, an electronic program called Constant Contact that enables us to send out emails to anybody who signs up for the list. There's about 1,400 people on the list.
1,400?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, if there's a new program, or for example, last week, I and the woman who is the head of the library board of directors were on a TV program that's being broadcast on Channel 23, the local access channel. And so the librarian, the director of the library sent out an email to everyone on the list, hey, want to hear more about the library? I pick up this program in the next few weeks.
1,400 emails?
Yep.
How do you do that?
It's all electronic. You create the email, and then you push a button, and it goes to everybody on your list.
Is that 1,400 buttons you push?
No, you just push one button, and it automatically goes to everybody on the list.
Boy, that's terrific, isn't it?
It's a fabulous program. The Friends uses it as well as the library. It's wonderful.
Well, what does the TV station do for you? What do they do for you?
This is a program called Bethel Today that's on Channel 23, the local access program here in the Danbury area. And so the moderator of the Bethel Today program asked if somebody from the library would come and be on the show.
Oh, that's nice.
And it was great fun. I'd never been on television before, and it was lovely. It was just like being on the Today Show, I think.
What did you think of it?
I liked it a lot.
You did?
Yeah.
Did anybody tell you they'd seen you?
Just friends of mine that I told.
Well, that's good. What? How many?
There was a broadcast last week which hadn't gotten any publicity, and then there's 2 this week and 1 next week, and these are the ones that have gotten publicity, so
yeah.
I'll get to see if anybody.
Well, this is good. Well, I think what we're doing is we're doing it more in depth here.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Now, what keeps you going? Why are you so nice? Why are you so vigilant about this? And
well, I really care about books and libraries. I mean, I think libraries are one of the great resources of any community.
Yes.
Of any country. I mean,
yes.
It's a resource that I've used all my life for pleasure as well as for business.
I see, and you want to share it.
I want to share. I want to make it accessible to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
I want them to.
That's great.
Appreciate what they have, and I want them to use it.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
I feel the same way. And I've said that there's never a problem in my life that I've had that I set out to solve that going to a reference library didn't start giving me the answers.
Very true.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Okay, should we say anything else? Is there anything else that comes to mind? Oh, yes, you are a children's book author.
Well, actually, children and young adults primarily, yes. A science writer. I've done a number of books and, of course, numerous articles, mainly on science and medical topics, but also on some other things.
Did you write a book on how children can understand a computer?
Actually, I was one of the earliest creators of children's software programs. Back in the late 80s, I did a number of programs, mostly school-based things on language skills and math skills.
Well, that's marvelous.
Yeah, and yes, I've written some things on that, but that was a number of years ago, and things have changed dramatically.
Yeah, on our next program, I think it would be nice if we could see those books.
Well, I see what I can dig out. I'll be glad to do that. Actually, I can take some photographs of covers and send them to you, or
yeah, that would be lovely.
Whatever.
Yeah, that would.
Hey, remember, you're going to come down for our sale in May. Bring a video camera.
Yes, definitely. Wouldn't that be good?
That would be fabulous. Be great fun.
What part of May? First week, second?
The second Saturday in May.
Second Saturday in May.
And I don't know the date offhand.
And that's the what?
Do-it-yourself sale.
Do-it-yourself sale, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we can stop the interview now.
Okay.
Well, we have a lot more information on the Friends of the Bethel Library, Bethel, Connecticut. There's some coming overnight, I believe, by overnight mail. And I think we have much more to say, and it's going to be several more programs. You heard all that noise? That was a cat. Cats are supposed to be quiet, Sebastian. This is a book of poems and prose written by my husband, Franklyn Buell, and look to whom it's dedicated. And I would like to read you the first one. The Daily Way, the new inked pages rolled and told. You see, he is a newspaper reporter. And this book consists of, it alternates one of the stories that he wrote for the newspaper and a poem that he wrote, and then a story that he wrote for the newspaper. And the name of the book is Something of Love, and he delighted in reporting on little people doing nice things. The new inked pages roll and fold and are trucked through all the city. The work is loud, the headlines bold, some words wise, maybe some witty. The taut hum of speed, push, and rush is the rhythm of that time before the presses and their hush and piles of printed papers climb. Fleet but calm and steady, no stress, this be the newsman's daily way. To listen, learn, think, never guess. To ponder what all have to say. To write in a constructive vein, seeing in diverse words, he hears some grains of universal gain. To play above the hate and jeers. Franklyn Buell. Here, I'll show you this picture. He was a newspaper reporter for the Springfield, Massachusetts Union, now called the Republican, and he was a newspaper reporter for the Buffalo Evening News. Well, as I say, if you have any announcements or if I can help you in any way, please call me. Many calls come in. I think it was 28 came in yesterday. And I just want to read you again as we close. A great answer for you. Forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead. I press toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God. Amen.